hydrolysis. Just a minute. Okay, hydro means reaction with water. Hydro means reaction with water. And what is meant by lysis? Lysis means breaking. Lysis means breaking. That means the compound is broken into, that is, the compound has been breaked, okay, upon reaction with water. That we are calling it as hydrolysis as well as the pyrolysis. So now let us enter into our discussion. Based on hydrolysis, the carbohydrates are classified into how many types? Understood, students? Based on hydrolysis, the carbohydrates are classified into how many types? Let us enter into the discussion, right? So based on hydrolysis, the carbohydrates are classified into three types. What are those three types? Okay, so it is classified into, that is, monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Okay, based on taste, the carbohydrates are classified into two types. Based on hydrolysis, the carbohydrates are classified into three types. What are those three types? Let us have it. Based on hydrolysis, carbohydrates are classified into three types. What are those three types we have? So it is classified into, that is, monosaccharides. Monosaccharides. Okay. And second one is oligosaccharides. What is second one we have? Oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides. And third one, the last one we have, that is what we call polysaccharides. Polysaccharides. So this is the classification based upon, it is monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, as well as polysaccharides. So now let us enter into the first one, what that is called monosaccharides. So what is meant by this monosaccharides? So monosaccharides are the carbohydrates which cannot be hydrolyzed. This cannot be hydrolyzed. That means it can't undergo hydrolysis to give, that is, further simpler unit. Okay, let us discuss the first one, that is our monosaccharides. So monosaccharides are saccharides which cannot be hydrolyzed. Cannot be hydrolyzed. That means it won't undergo hydrolysis reaction. So it's just like that is the basic unit. It is just like the basic unit. Okay, that means what I would like to say is this oligosaccharides as well as polysaccharides, these carbohydrates are built upon the monosaccharides. That means some number of monosaccharides will join together to give polysaccharides, and some X number of monosaccharides units will join to give oligosaccharides. Understood? That means these monosaccharides are the basic unit. These are the basic unit present in the oligosaccharide as well as the polysaccharides. Okay, just like in the human body, what is the basic unit means? We are calling it as a cell because the human body is made up of all cells. Like that, this carbohydrates is made up of the n number of monosaccharides in polysaccharides and some number of monosaccharides in the oligosaccharides. Right. So this is about the, that is monosaccharides means now which cannot be hydrolyzed further to give simpler units. To give simpler unit. This we are calling it as monosaccharides. Example for monosaccharides we have, that is we have 20, so far we have, that is 20 monosaccharides are known. How many monosaccharides are known? We have 20 monosaccharides are known. So far how many monosaccharides are known, students? We have, we know that is 20 monosaccharides are known, right? Next example for this monosaccharides. Now you can, now I have said I have what is meant by monosaccharide. It is nothing but it is a simpler unit which is not hydrolyzed. And now we have to give the example. What are the example for monosaccharides? Already I have drawn the first one. That is example is glucose, glucose, and fructose. All these are the monosaccharides. Fructose as well as ribose. Right, students. Next. Let us go for the next one called oligosaccharides. Let us go for the next one. What is the next one we have? That is oligosaccharides. What is meant by oligosaccharides? Oligosaccharides are saccharides on hydrolysis. These on hydrolysis, we are going to get 2 to 10. Okay, we are going to get, that is 2 to 10 monosaccharides. Oligosaccharides are nothing but these on hydrolysis. You are going to get how many monosaccharides, friends? We are going to get 2 to 10 monosaccharides. That means it clearly shows that oligosaccharides are the compounds which are made up of 2 to 10 monosaccharides. Right. So again, these oligosaccharides are classified into, that is how many types means, if the oligosaccharide on hydrolysis, if it is giving 2 monosaccharides means, if oligosaccharides on hydrolysis, if it is giving 2 monosaccharides means, what you are going to get? You are going to get that oligosaccharide, we are calling it as disaccharides. Disaccharides. What is meant by disaccharide, student? Disaccharide is nothing but it is a compound, it is a carbohydrate upon hydrolysis. Okay, it will give how many units of monosaccharide? 2 units. Okay, that we are calling it as disaccharides. Okay, example you can ask for the disaccharides. Okay, what is the example for disaccharides? Example for disaccharides we have, that is sucrose. Sucrose is an example for disaccharides. Because the sucrose on hydrolysis, you are going to get 2 compounds. One is glucose, other one is fructose. Glucose as well as fructose. Next, trisaccharides we have. What is meant by trisaccharides? Trisaccharides are nothing but these are the compounds, these are the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis you are going to get the three monosaccharides, that we are calling it as trisaccharides. Next we have that is tetrasaccharides. Tetrasaccharides means 4. Tetrasaccharides means we get 4. We are going to get the 4. Okay. Students, so this is I am not covering any competitive information. Competitive information will be covered after completion of this chapter. Okay, students. Now presently I am fully restricting to the NCERT. After completion of this chapter, I will give the competitive information and we will do the competitive questions also. Okay. So now I am coming to the chat box. If you have any queries, please post in the chat box so that I'll be knowing. Let me know. Okay. So here in chat box, fine. Galactose, glucose plus lactose, something. Example for saccharides. Okay, so trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides. This I will cover in this competitive information. We have many are there. That is glucose, allose, many compounds are there. This list is very big for trisaccharides and tetrasaccharides. And some students are asking notes. I hope students, whether are you able to write the running notes, because students. So are you able to write the notes when I'm saying the class? That means how you will be writing in normal class. Like that, are you able to write? Because I will go in a slow manner only. That is the case. I will go in a slow manner because I am trying to. I will once again. I will give no problem. Or you can write notes now. Only I will. That is, I will go to the front of the page, top of the page, so that you can start writing. I will give just 2 minutes time so that you can write 5 minutes time. Okay, fine, students. Okay, fine. I will moving into the top. Wait, just a minute. Now you can write notes up to this. Okay. Okay, students. Otherwise, shall I send NCERT in group? Because if I have to make it notes, means I have to take more screenshots actually. I will upload NCERT also. Now, better you write notes, students. Just how much here is possible, you can write. So I will give 5 minutes time gap. No problem. You can write now. It's not an issue. Okay, you can keep with notes in front of you. So I am going to top of the page, so you can write see clearly. Okay. So biomolecules. Now you can see, because it will be good if you write like this only. and it will be because you will be having good coordination what I am saying and what you are writing. So obviously it will enter into your mind what I am saying. These students. So here this biomolecules. This is a chapter. So it is classified into three types. So it has been divided into three parts: carbohydrates, vitamins and amino acids, as well as nucleic acids. Okay. You can write very sparely, students. No need to write in a neat manner. Just you can write in a rough manner. Yes, some student is asking once again. You will explain mono and yes, I will explain mono and oligosaccharides. Just now, students are taking notes. When I come to that point, obviously I'll explain. Mr. Joel, I just definitely I'll explain that what is meant by mono as well as oligosaccharides. Okay, right, students. Next, what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are nothing but how it is poly. These are polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones that we are calling it as carbohydrates. Okay, these are the optically active polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones. Optically active. What is meant by optical activity? You are never, but you can write for time being. What are carbohydrates means carbohydrates are polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones. Right. No need to draw a structure of glucose. Right. If you want, you can write. Biomolecules means one student is asking what is biomolecules. Biomolecules are nothing but these are the molecules like carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, amino acids. So whatever the that is molecules which you are seeing in the biological system that we are calling it as biomolecules. Okay, I hope you understood what you asked. Fine, students. Next, let us go for the next classification. So how it is classified, students? Classified it is based upon the taste, based on hydrolysis and reducing nature. Not all organic compounds are biomolecules. One student is asking organic compounds. Not all organic molecules are biomolecules, right? Because acetone is a synthesized compound. Organic compounds means it includes both that is natural molecules as well as the synthesis molecules. I hope you understood what you have asked. Organic compounds means it will covers both that is natural molecules as well as the man-made molecules, man-made compounds. Fine, students. Okay, students. Next. Now coming to this one, that is carbohydrates based on taste. It is classified into types: sugars as well as non-sugars. Sugars means that is sucrose and lactose, and non-sugars that is comes under it is sweetless, that is cellulose as well as glycogen. Right. Next, classification based on hydrolysis. Now you can see here, students, clearly. Classification based on hydrolysis, you can see that is carbohydrates are classified into monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, as well as polysaccharides. Okay, students, what are monosaccharides? Monosaccharides are saccharides. These are not hydrolyzed. Students, one thing I want to make it clear that is many students are asking that is PDF and notes and everything. Here, the place which I am taking your class, actually it is almost I'm in outskirts. So the network problem is more issues and it will take more time students actually using WhatsApp also it will be difficult for me but I am trying my level best to give the class. Okay, because I want to make it is just like a realistic class. Okay, notes if possible I will give students because if I want to upload PDF, if there is an option means I can see. Okay, For time being, just you start writing. Okay. Monosaccharides means these are saccharides which are not hydrolyzed, that we are calling as simpler units, that we are calling as monosaccharides. One more thing, students, sometimes the connection may also interrupt students. My connection also because of network issues. But please be patient. From my side, it is a humble request. You please be patient when connection goes off. Again, I will get connect because here network issues are more, students. So now I am saying clearly now only because during this classes, my connection will be interrupted sometimes. But please be patient. Don't go out from the class. Okay. So because I have some network issues. Okay, students. Okay, saccharide means what is nothing but it is a unit. Saccharide means it is nothing but a unit that we are calling it as saccharide. Okay, monosaccharide, it is a single unit. Saccharide means just like a unit. Okay, fine. Next, we will be having that is monosaccharides. Example: glucose, fructose, as well as ribose. Next, oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides means it is on hydrolysis. Hydrolysis, what you are going to get 2 to 10 monosaccharides, that we are calling it as oligosaccharides. If it is giving 2 means it is disaccharide, example sucrose, glucose plus fructose, and trisaccharide give 3 and right, students. Next one, it is next we have discussed about the classification based on reducing nature. Classification based on reducing. The third one, it is the third classification. First classification based on taste, second classification based on hydrolysis, third classification based on reducing nature. Right, students. So based on this reducing nature, the carbohydrates are classified into that is two types. Okay, based on we are calling it as two types. Carbohydrates. Okay, based on classification, it is classified into two types. One is we are calling it as that is reducing sugars, reducing sugars, reducing sugars, and non-reducing sugars. Okay, so what is meant by reducing sugar and what is meant by non-reducing sugar? So reducing sugar means the sugars which will reduce tolerance reagent and failing solution. Sugars which will reduce tolerance reagent and failing solution. Tolerance reagent and failing solution. Failing solution. That comes under the that is reducing sugars. So the sugars which will reduce tolerance reagent and failing solution, that will comes under the reducing sugar. So what is tolerance reagent? What is failing solution? Actually, this tolerance reagent and failing solution, it will come in the previous chapters, in aldehydes and ketones. Okay. This what is tolerance and what is failing solution? So I don't want to discuss in depth in this one because I will be explaining. I will be addressing this what is tolerance and failing solution. Because if I take tolerance and failing solution today, we will end up with the classification only. We want to move further. Okay. For time being, just to remember what so the sugars which will reduce tolerance and failing solution, that we are calling it as that is reducing sugars. Reducing sugars will reduce tolerance reagent and failing solution, that we are calling it as reducing sugars. And what is non-reducing sugars? The sugars which not reduce, which won't not reduce or which won't reduce, that is tolerance reagent and failing solution, that we are calling it as non-reducing sugars. Understood? This is the third classification, right, students? Next, let us enter into the that is first one, that is what we are calling it as monosaccharides. Understood, students? Now let us go to the call that is monosaccharides. What are monosaccharides? Because we have discussed uh, that is classification. Now let us go for the monosaccharides. Okay. Now let us discuss about the monosaccharides. Right, students? Now let us discuss about that is what are monosaccharides. Now let us have a discussion. Right. What is meant by monosaccharides? Monosaccharides. Okay. So these monosaccharides, it is nothing but generally it contains this monosaccharide. What it will contains? It contains aldehyde group. What is aldehyde group, students? Aldehyde group means nothing but CHO group that we are calling it as aldehyde. CHO group that we are calling it as aldehyde. Next, or it may contain ketone group. It may contain ketone group that we are calling it as monosaccharides. Okay. So if the monosaccharide is containing aldehyde group, that monosaccharides, what we are calling, that what we are calling it as, what you are calling it as aldose. Aldose are the compounds. Okay. Aldose are nothing but these are monosaccharides which containing aldehyde group. Okay. Next, if the monosaccharide is containing that is ketone group, that what we are calling it as, that we are calling it as ketose. What you are calling, students? That what you are calling it as ketose. The monosaccharide containing aldehyde group, that we are calling it as aldose. The monosaccharide containing ketone group, that we are calling it as ketose. And there are different types of monosaccharides. There are different types of monosaccharides. Let us have a look of the different types of monosaccharides. Okay, there are different types of monosaccharides we have. Different types of monosaccharides based on number of carbons. Different types of monosaccharides. Students, now I will ask the question. Now I have defined that is monosaccharides, it is the compounds containing aldehyde group that we are calling it as aldose. And the monosaccharides which are containing ketone group that we are calling it as ketose. Now I will list out the different types of monosaccharides. After that, I will ask one question, you have to answer. Right, students? Fine. Just a minute. Yes, students, just a minute. Now I will list out the monosaccharides. Fine. See here, if the monosaccharide number of carbon atoms here, I will write the number of carbon atoms. Number of carbon atoms. Just a minute. First column is number of carbon atoms. And what about the second column? Second column is general term. General term. What is third column? Third column is aldehyde. Just a minute, students. Next, the third one is ketone. Okay, aldehyde as well as ketone. So likewise, I have divided this into 4 columns. Number of carbon atoms, general term, aldehyde as well as ketone. Students, are you seeing the screen or not, students? Fine. Number of carbon atoms, general term, aldehyde as well as ketone. So if that is monosaccharide is having 3 carbons, the monosaccharide is having the 3 carbons. The monosaccharide is having that is 3 carbon atoms. It is having 3 carbon atoms. What is the monosaccharide? What we are calling it as? We are calling it as triose. We are calling it as triose. And what is that aldehyde? What we are calling it as? Aldotriose. The aldehyde we are calling it as aldotriose. And if the monosaccharide, which is having 3 carbon atoms and it is having the ketone group, means that we are calling it as compound. What we are calling it as, students? Keto triose. We are calling it as keto triose. Next, if the monosaccharide is having 4 carbon atoms, 4 carbon atoms. Next to that, what we are calling it as? That we are calling it as tetrose. That compound, what we are calling, students? We are calling it as tetrose. Okay, and if it is the monosaccharide with 4 carbon atoms with containing aldehyde group, okay, that compound, what we are calling it as? That compound we are calling it as aldotetrose. What you are calling it, students? Aldotetrose. And with the, if it is having ketone group, that what we are calling it as ketotetrose. Ketotetrose. Similarly, if it is having 5 carbon atoms, the general term, what we are calling it as, okay, the general term, what we are calling it as pentose. Okay, 5 carbon atoms, what we are calling it as pentose. And the corresponding aldehyde, what we are calling it as aldo, that is pentose. And this is ketopentose. Right. Now, if it is having 6 carbon atoms, that what we are calling, students? We are calling it as hexose. If the it is having the aldehyde group, means what we are calling it as, that is aldohexose. Aldo, and this is ketohexose. Now you say, the students. So I have mentioned, okay, that is now I will draw the compound. Okay. Now you say it will fall under which category? Here I will write a compound. Okay. So now you can say it is comes under, that is which monosaccharide. Just you see, students. Okay. Now I will write the structure here. Okay. So this is the structure I am going to draw. So you have to name this compound. What is the compound name? Whether it is an aldose or ketose, or if it is aldose, means which aldose it is, or if it is ketose, means which ketose it is. Okay, students, you have to answer this one. So I will see in the chat box. Now you answer this, students. So who will answer? Let us see. So here you see, first you have to how to answer this compound means first you have to see how many carbons are present in the chain. How many carbons or atoms are present in the chain, students? There you can see here number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Total 6 carbons are present in this chain. 6 carbons. Fine. This is 6 carbons. Okay. Total how many carbons are there, students? 6 carbons are present. 6 carbons. Fine. Next thing is we have to see the functional group. What is the functional group is present? Whether it is an aldehyde group or ketone group. So you can see the functional group here. This is the functional group we have. Okay. So it is having the aldehyde. It is having which functional group, students? Aldehyde functional group. So now you got the idea. So it is having 6 carbons. 6 carbons means you have to take the word hexose, and it is having the aldehyde functional group. That means we have to, this is nothing but an aldohexose. It is a which compound? Aldohexose. Okay. This is nothing but, this aldohexose is nothing but, it is nothing but, it is a glucose. Which compound, student? Glucose. Glucose comes under aldohexose. Understood, students? I hope everyone is getting. Is it or not, students? Are you clear, students? So it is an aldohexose. Okay, it is an aldohexose. So this is glucose comes under the aldohexose. Glucose comes under the aldohexose. Fine. Next, now, so I have given that is different types of compounds. That is different types of monosaccharides I have given. Okay. Once you see here, let us see. Now you can. Okay. Different types of monosaccharide I have listed. So first I have what I said. Monosaccharides means it contains aldehyde group or that is ketone group. So here So one student is asking here, one carbon is of a functional group side. Yes, functional group is also we have to take when we are that is giving numbering. If the functional group is containing carbon means that also you have to it also it will include. Understood? Understood? Here, if you see, this is the functional group carbon. Yes, what you ask is very good question. This is the first carbon is of the functional group carbon. But that functional group is also is having carbon. That also in the IUPAC nomenclature, they will say that if you are taking the functional groups like that is, you can take cyanides, okay, aldehydes, or carboxylic acids. So if you are taking this type of when it is attached to the chain, you have to take this carbon also into the picture. Understood? I hope you understood. Okay, because IUPAC nomenclature says that that is the case. Okay. One student is asking if it is having both aldehyde and ketone group. That compounds we will classify in another manner. Usually that compounds won't have, either it may have aldehyde or ketone. Fine. Next, students, this is about the that is functional group. Different types of monosaccharides or triose we have. I think you can write. Okay, you can write here. Okay, you can write all this. You can make a list of the number of carbon atoms, general term. This you can write in a very rough. Later you can copy in your classwork notes. Not an issue. No problem. This is last period. We can take 10 to 15 minutes extra also. So don't think it's a time waste. Okay. You can ask to that is management so that I can spare some more extra time. Because after this class, you won't have any classes. So I can take extra 10 to 15 minutes so that your time won't get be wasted. So you have to ask. Students finished writing this, that is drawing the tabular column. Fine. Next, you can draw a structure. This is example for the monosaccharide. That is all the fine, students. Copied, students. Fine. Let us move to the that is preparation. Now you know what is monosaccharide. Monosaccharide is nothing but is a compound containing that is aldehyde or ketone. Okay, and based on number of carbon atoms, it is classified into triose, tetrose, and pentose. If it is having aldehyde group means aldotriose. If it is having keto group means ketotriose. I like that. And it is having that is four carbons means that monosaccharide we are calling it as tetrose. If it is having aldehyde group means aldotetrose. It is having the ketone functional group means we are having ketotetrose. Right. Okay, students. Now let us go further. That is next one. That is preparation. Preparation of a monosaccharide. That the monosaccharide which we are taking now is glucose. Preparation of monosaccharide that we are taking as glucose. Right. Fine. Preparation of monosaccharide. Preparation of monosaccharide. That is the monosaccharide. What we are taking is glucose. We are taking the glucose. So how glucose is prepared? Very simple, students. If you that is think logically, you can get the answer. You know, glucose is a monosaccharide. These monosaccharides will be derived from the polysaccharides as well as oligosaccharides. Okay, so monosaccharides will be derived by the that is on hydrolysis of polysaccharides or oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides on hydrolysis. On hydrolysis. On hydrolysis, what we are going to get? We are going to get glucose. Okay. Okay. Glucose is nothing but it is obtained by the hydrolysis of oligosaccharides as well as polysaccharides. Why it will obtain by hydrolysis of oligosaccharides or polysaccharides means you know that because in glucose, okay, sorry, in polysaccharides and oligosaccharides, monosaccharides will be present. Okay, in polysaccharides as well as monosaccharides, what will be present, friends? Monosaccharides are present. Okay, in polysaccharides as well as oligosaccharides, we are going to present that is monosaccharide. That's why polysaccharides are oligosaccharides on hydrolysis, we are going to get the glucose. So in the example, I have said that is if you are taking the that is glucose can be prepared from sucrose. First preparation, you can be prepared from sucrose. From Sucrose. We can prepare from sucrose products. We can prepare from sucrose. What is the sucrose, students? Sucrose is a disaccharide. Sucrose is a disaccharide. Disaccharide means which will give two monosaccharides on hydrolysis. Disaccharides means which will give two monosaccharides on hydrolysis. Okay, sucrose is nothing but it is a disaccharide. Disaccharide on hydrolysis, you are going to get the two monosaccharides. Example you have, that is C12H22O11. What is this? Sucrose. Okay, these on hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means reaction with water, that we are calling it as hydrolysis. In the presence of a small amount of acid, in the presence of a small amount of acid H plus. Okay, so you are going to get two compounds, that is glucose as well as fructose, both are having the same molecular formula. Okay, glucose and fructose both are having the same molecular formula because aldehydes and ketones both are functional isomers. Okay, so this one is glucose. So this is glucose. CH12 we are calling it as glucose. It is having aldehyde group. If it is having ketone group, means that we are calling it as fructose. That what you are calling it as fructose. Right, students? Next, so we have took a disaccharide and we have took a disaccharide and we have got two monosaccharides. We have took a disaccharide and we got two monosaccharides, right? We have took a disaccharide and we got two monosaccharides. Now we will take the polysaccharide. Now what we are taking? We are taking the polysaccharide, that is from starch. From starch. Starch comes under polysaccharide. What is polysaccharide, student? Polysaccharides are nothing but these are the compounds which is having n number of monosaccharides. These are having n number of monosaccharides. That n is very large. It might be 100, it might be 200, it might be 1000. Okay, so it is having, that is the formula C6H10O5N plus NH2O on hydrolysis. Okay, so here for this starch, because it is a polysaccharide compound, you require the reaction conditions at acidic reaction conditions you have to take, and we are heating at certain temperature at 393 Kelvin. We are employing the temperature as well as pressure. Students, whenever you are writing the equation, it is very important to represent the reaction condition. Okay, you have to represent the reaction condition, and only the equation is correct. If you are not writing that is H plus or 393 to the atmosphere, it will be wrong. Only I am saying. So you are going to get the glucose. What you are going to get, the students? You are going to get the glucose. Glucose, right? And it is a starch or cellulose. You can take both. You can take starch. Polysaccharide on hydrolysis, you are going to get the glucose. Understood, students? Now I am open to your queries. If you have any queries, please message the chat box with respect to that is subject or with respect to that is class. Anything you can give your queries. Okay, one student is asking fructose structure. Yes, sir, we will discuss the fructose structure in coming that is a discussion. No problem. I will discuss what is fructose structure. And one more student is asking for H plus, we can use any acids. H plus is that is dilute acid. You can use dilute acid. Fructose and glucose, yes, it is having the same molecular formula because these are functional isomers. What are the functional isomers? You have studied in the first year. What is isomerism? Isomerism is the compounds which are having the same molecular formula. The compounds which are having the same molecular form, that we are calling it as isomers. Aldehydes and ketones, this comes from the functional isomers. So obviously, some compounds which is having aldehyde and ketone, both are having the same molecular formula. Understood? I hope you can understand. Have understood. Next. For H plus, we can use any acid. Yes, we will use dilute HCl usually. Dilute HCl and dilute H2SO. That's it. Usually, we'll take the acids which will be good at dilution. H plus and dilute HCl and dilute H2SO. Next, still any questions? The difference is fructose contains ketone function. Yes, fructose is having ketone function. Aldehyde is glucose is having aldehyde. Fine. Still any queries regarding this? because in tomorrow's class I am going to start about the structure of glucose. Structure of glucose, right? So from beginning onwards, again, once again, I will review what we have discussed in this class. In tomorrow's class, we require a structure of glucose because we have to prove glucose containing 6 carbons. Glucose is containing aldehyde group. Glucose is containing 5 OH groups. All we have to prove in this class. In tomorrow's class, I will explain. Before that, I will once again I will, and if you want to write notes, you can write. No problem. I can give 5 to 10 minutes time. Preparation from starch, it is very simple. Here, if you take the starch on hydrolysis, what starch is also, it is nothing but it is an polyfunctional group. That is, it is an polysaccharide. Okay, this polysaccharide on hydrolysis, you are going to get the glucose. See, students, once again, I will revise this one. See, once again, see here. So, what we have discussed so far, let us have a look. Let us have a quick look, students. Okay, don't go. Let us have a quick look whatever we have discussed from the beginning itself. Okay, don't go anywhere. Okay, students, let us have a quick look. So what we have discussed in this class, biomolecules. This biomolecules is having, that is 3 parts. It is actually, it is a combination of these 3 topics. One is carbohydrates, other is vitamins and amino acids, the third one is nucleic acids. Fine. Next, what are carbohydrates, students? Carbohydrates are nothing but these are the polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones. Okay, these are polyhydroxy, just a minute. Okay, these are polyhydroxy. Carbohydrates are nothing but these are polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones. Okay, polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones. Next, you can see what a classification of carbohydrates. It is broadly classified into how many types, students? It is classified into 3 types. It is classified into 3 types. So what are those 3 types we have? So it is classified based on taste. It is classified based on hydrolysis. It is classified based on reducing nature. Okay, classification is based on 3 types: taste, hydrolysis, reducing nature. Okay, based on taste, carbohydrates are classified into how many types, students? It is classified into 2 types: sugars as well as non-sugars. Sugars means sweet in taste, non-sugars means sweetless. Example for sugars is sucrose as well as lactose, and example for this one is cellulose as well as glycogen. Based on hydrolysis, second classification is based on hydrolysis, students. So based on hydrolysis, it is classified again into, that is 3 types: carbohydrates, that is monosaccharides as well as oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. And what are monosaccharides means? These are the simpler simplest unit, which are not hydrolyzed for the simpler units, that we are calling it as monosaccharides. Monosaccharides means, that is we have 20 monosaccharides are known. Example, glucose, fructose, as well as glucose. And oligosaccharides means on hydrolysis, if you are giving 2 to 10 monosaccharides, that we are calling it as oligosaccharides. Example, disaccharides is an example of, that is sucrose, is glucose plus fructose. And trisaccharide and tetrasaccharides also will give 3 to 4 units of monosaccharides. Next, classification based on reducing nature. If the carbohydrates based on reducing nature, it is classified into how many types, students? 2 types, that is reducing sugars as well as non-reducing sugars. What are reducing sugars? Reducing sugars means which will reduce tolerance reagent, that we are calling it as reducing sugar, which is the sugars which will reduce tolerance reagent, that we are calling it as reducing sugars. And what are the non-reducing sugars means which won't reduce, that we are calling it as non-reducing sugars, right, friends? And what are monosaccharides? Monosaccharides are nothing but it contains aldehyde group. If it is containing aldehyde group, that we are calling it as aldose. It is containing aldehyde group, that what we are calling it as aldose. And if it is containing keto group, what we are calling it as ketose. And different types of monosaccharides we have. What are different types of monosaccharides? Based on number of carbon atoms. Okay, general term, that is number of carbon atoms is 3. It is triose. If it is having aldehyde group means aldotriose, ketotriose, and all those things. And I have took the example of monosaccharide, that is glucose. Glucose contains how many carbon atoms? 6 carbon atoms. That's why we are calling it as hexose. And it is having the aldehyde group, that we are calling it as aldohexose. And it is having 6 carbon. And so together it is calling it as aldohexose. Together the compound we are calling it as aldohexose. So this is the structure of glucose. Next, preparation of glucose. This can be prepared from the hydrolysis of polysaccharides or oligosaccharides. On hydrolysis, what you are going to get? Glucose. And so here from sucrose I have took. Sucrose is nothing but it is having the formula C12H22O11. On hydrolysis, you are going to get H plus glucose as well as fructose. And it is from starch. From starch, you can get on hydrolysis, you are going to get. Fine, students, you can have queries if you have anything is you can post in chat box, friends. Friends, I hope you understood this class. Students, this is our today's class. Still, if you have any queries, you can please post in the chat box, students. Students, is it clear, everybody? Have you copied the notes, students? So have you copied the notes or not? If anything you didn't copy, you please say me so that I will scroll the screen so that you can have. If anybody is not copied means please chat in the box which point you need that so that I will scroll the screen so that you can copy the notes and you can have a look before coming to tomorrow's class, that is Monday's class. Everybody copied notes means. Okay. See students, one student is asking when it is having both group, we can go to priority order, sir. Well, both groups, I am saying that both groups are very rare. It won't come into the carbohydrates. So it's very rare. It won't come into carbohydrate. It will be having aldehyde group or ketone, right? Any queries, students? Still, if you want to copy notes, means please tell. I will scroll the screen so that you can copy the notes. You can ask any doubts if you have. If you have any doubts, you please raise the hand so that I will unmute you. You can have a discussion, direct discussion. I can unmute, no problem. You can please raise the hand and you can unmute yourself. If you raise the hand means I will unmute and you can ask directly the question. Anything, any question you can ask. Please raise the hand or message in chat box so that I will unmute you so that you can ask directly to me. You can talk with me if you have any doubts regarding this course. I am giving that option. Anybody? Students, I am a little bit fast or I am slow. Whether shall I go in this same mode or shall I go still slower? I am fast or slow or okay it is for you. Same mode is okay or still I have to go? Okay, same mode, fine. Okay, students, if you have any doubts, you can raise the hand so that I will unmute you and you can talk to me directly. Feel free to ask the questions. If you are comfortable in the chat, you can ask in the chat. Or if you, because at the end of the class, I will give the chance for 2 minutes. I can unmute if anybody wants to talk anything related to this today's class. Okay, students, shall I end the class then? Okay, students, I am ending the class. Fine. Fine, students. Bye. Thank you.